Candace, the question to her is, I will say to eat slash travel slash party, to do whatever I like. It's happiness while I was in my younger stage. But now I will prefer to explore life with close friends or family. Maybe just camp or cook together is happiness for her. And in the current stage, it's hard for her to define the current stage. So she will say she is acceptance herself for being who she is now. And her topic tonight is busy to live or busy to die. Let's welcome her.
Well, when I noticed our today's thing, I think my speech is kind of have a connection with our today's topic. And mentally or physically, is anyone have got anything or changed anything from the 2020s? Maybe in the leisure time you can think about it. For myself, 2020 has changed part of my life's philosophy, because of the pandemic has hardly attacked for my workplace. So if I need to talk about 2020 again, I will give it a new define. And for my work, lots of our clients are based at the United States. And America is the most epicenters of this pandemic. So if our clients, they can go outside the door, they need to work from home and stay at home for a long time. That means that is not necessary for them to buy many clothes as usual. So our office asks us to gather on paid leave. And at the first is 2 times a week, and then it's 1 time a week. And now everything is all back to normal. And when unpaid leave start, my colleagues were very stressful. Like they are very stressful, anxious, and feel like their life is depressed, like hopeless. They are depressed, very like life is hopeless. So, but I didn't feel that anxious as they are. Actually, I'm pretty calm to face that bad situation. But as you know, in 1/3 of my daytime and almost half of my day, I face those anxious colleagues, and they're just like a depressing giant mountain biting me. So then I start to feel a little bit nervous about what the situation I am. But luckily, the things got a twist, because I used the extra time arranged on a yoga class, and the class which is called My Soul. And the class normally has arranged at the weekday morning. So when I attended the class, the teacher is kind of surprised to see me. But she didn't ask me or tell me anything. She just tell me what should I do for practicing my soul. And the rest of the class, we didn't have any conversation anymore. She just told me to adjust my posture and count the breath for me. Until the end of the class, then we start have a conversation, and she told me, she asked me, why can I be here today? And after I replied, she also shared her story to me about before she was a yoga teacher, she was working as a financial manager, also very stressful work, and what's the 2 years journey of her to travel in India. And then the conversation just stopped, and she didn't give any suggest or comment for me for my low bad situation. But after a few days later, I guess the story has just like seeds or a nutrition and put in my mind, and it started to grow. Because I start to look back my previous work situation, and all I see is overtime working and sleep deprivation because of the business trip. So I realized maybe that is the reason I didn't feel that anxiety as my colleagues. And after I realized that, I decided to use this extra Before I arrange it officially, I have a thought, like even though my income has been decreased, but in another way, this decreased money just like paying time for my freedom. No. It's another way to say spend money for my freedom. Yeah. So I decided to use this time, extra time, more efficiency. So I arrange more yoga classes for, of course, things for me. And another thing is to have spend more time on my embroidery work. And those two things are I always want to improve on, but always have time to do that. So, sorry, I think this wrong. Yeah, I always want to improve on. And an extra bonus because I got a extra holiday, so I can travel some places which is always crowded at the weekday, but at the weekday. And another two thing is I can finish two things always on my checklist, but I have no time. One is got the embroidery certification, it's from Japan, and the second thing is to create my own website. Yeah, those two things are my always wants to do, but I don't have time to do that. So all in all, because of this extra unpaid leave holiday, so I can put two check on my list. And now, if I talk with my friend about this tragedy disease and bad pandemic and how the horrible year it is, I will not only mention it's a bad year. Also, I will mention this experience remind me to slow down my tempo and to look inside myself, to care about more about my inside voice and care more about people around me. And as I remember, once when a pandemic is still very seriously, that moment when Italy and Spain is still in the serious lockdown, but I was cycling at the riverside and feeling the warm breezing and look at the beautiful grays with the sunset. And at that moment, I really feel the happiness and I feel blessing. And because I'm still healthy, alive, and I still have a lot of possibility can achieve. So now, if talk about 2020, I would define it as a restart for me. And also, and because of this tough situation, it touched me whether you are busy to live or you are busy to die. And today, the beginning of the 2021, I want to invite all of you to begin this year with a journey inside and also keep discovering a journey forward. Back to Tianyi.
Okay, thank you for Candace